Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight Australia, Season 12, Episode 12. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So Tony has returned to the experiment. He is in the apartment with Morena, and she is giving him yet another grilling, the first of many.
Kind of matching, pink and pink. I am trying. I'm going to bring it back out of her again, the happiness and smile again.
You've not wanted to spend time, alone time with me. I feel very undervalued. Why? What's on your mind? Where are you? What are you thinking? Tony disappears because he can't cope. I don't hammer people. I'm just honest. He's got a wall this high. It goes way up there. It goes way up there. And I'm extremely considerate of people's feelings, and there's no awareness there.
Girl, do you see you? Oh, she is like this 24/7, and it is exhausting. Well, obviously she can't be like that 20, or maybe she is like this 24/7. And if she is, even worse. Like, where's the off switch with Morena? Where? It's always on 10. She has such a takeover spirit. Nobody's trying to be around that all the time. It's either she's unaware or she doesn't care. But either way, this is draining. This is draining. I need to understand what Morena's on. Like, I need to get what the vibe is, because Morena, is this you? Is this you? Or are you just trying to push Tony away on purpose? And the funny thing is, it doesn't seem like Tony's leaving. Like, Tony is gonna stay. He's gonna complain, but he's gonna stay. No, I need to know, what's tea? What is tea with this couple? Anyways, of course, moving on to the cocktail party. People can feel the tension between them. There's even some heat coming from Morena directed at Tony, and people are like, I don't want to be the person to poke that bear. So yeah, there's this brewing tension going on with Tony and Morena. Tension that has died down, apparently, allegedly, supposedly. Jackie and Ryan have decided to hit the reset button and start over, not let their issues bother them. And now they feel like they've had the best 2 days ever. And this is what is confusing me about this couple, because we see them have a horrible time, but when they recount the week, they've had a great time. And I'm like, yeah, this is why I don't care to really believe their connection too tough, because I don't think they believe in it. I think they're here for banter, and fine. So obviously everybody knows that Ryan had been saying some things about Jackie, and when she comes into the dinner party, it's the talk of the town, but she don't know it yet.
Can't be really negative about your partner and then talk about them actually in the same conversation.
Dave came home pissed the off after the sex workshop. I don't know how they overcome that.
I couldn't come back from it.
I couldn't come back from that.
Jake said that as an insult.
Yeah.
I hope if we bring it up, she goes, oh, yeah, we've talked about it already.
No chance.
We're a team in this.
Yeah.
Support each other no matter what here.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel so awkward now that we've all been speaking about that. Have you guys brought up fucking mine?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure production has a part to play here. But in my mind, I was thinking, why has nobody told Jackie? Nobody has pulled her aside. Nobody has shot her a text. Nobody has knocked on her door, slipped a note under the door. Nothing. And I'm thinking, is production keeping people from talking to her so that it can be this whole like, ooh, rumor mill? Or do these women really not rock with Jackie like that? Because even when they later on address the whole Jackie Ryan thing, it felt like people were coming to the defense of women and not necessarily to the defense of Jackie. Maybe that's me choosing to see things that way, but I was like, I don't think the group really rocks with Jackie or Ryan at all. And somebody in the comments made a good point. Even Ryan's friends who he brought don't seem to be his real friends. Something about the friendships that Jackie and Ryan have, I don't believe it. I don't believe the friends that he had from the wedding. I don't believe that he's friends with any of the guys here. I don't believe that any of the girls are true friends with Jackie either. And it makes sense with the whole way that this has been handled. You mean to tell me I'm walking into a situation where everybody knows something about my relationship but me, and not a single woman pulled me inside and said, hey girl, heads up, this is what you're walking into? If you were my friends before that, you're definitely not my friends after. So we find out when Jackie arrives that she denies having any kind of sexual relationship with Ryan. Now, in the previous episode, I was wondering, would Jackie even want her business out there? I feel like she wouldn't, outside of the fact that she does like to prop herself up. And so I'm sure having the reputation of having a good head game it's crass, but is it that bad of a reputation to have? I don't think so. So I was like, what's her stance on that? So it seems like she wouldn't want to put that on Front Street, whether that's in front of people in general or being on TV. I'm not quite sure. She's denying. I actually think they might be having sex. Whether they are or they aren't is irrelevant, honestly. But because they have these like tumultuous days together and then all of a sudden things are just honky-dory, it's either they are performing for camera's sake or they are having sex. And it's quite easy sometimes for people to forget how angry they are when they always default to sex fixing their problems. So whether it's like full on or just like heavy petting, whatever stuff is in between all of that, you know, you're adults, you should be. Okay. I think that could probably contribute to why they are so hot and cold so often. At the actual dinner portion of the party, Ryan and Jackie are obviously deciding to show up as a united front, and the group is like, what the hell is going on?
Ryan, talk us through the jacket.
He was going to supporting his wife tonight.
She's a lawyer, I'm a project manager, so it's like hard to give ground sometimes.
What was one of the issues? Was it Ryan saying that you had crazy eyes?
Yeah,
I was like, I've been looking at him for a week.
No, but Ryan said it at the workshop to the boys.
Yeah, no, I do have crazy eyes.
Are you okay with him saying that?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. Some people find it a compliment to have crazy eyes.
You know, like, we can see the humour in things now. Can
Billy,
you guys...
do you think I have crazy eyes?
But Billy, that's the difference, mate, is it first came from Jake and we're able to turn it into a joke.
I don't give
Listen, if somebody isn't deeply offended by something, I refuse to be more offended than they are. I'm just not going to do that. The whole room is like, but Jackie, he shouldn't speak like that about women, but Jackie. And she's like, I don't care. We spoke about it already. Okay, this is my man. Mind your business. So if it was me, I would back down. I don't care. If you're not going to defend yourself over something like this, then I'm not going to come to your defense either. If it's something super disparaging, then that's a different topic completely. But she wears it as a badge of honor. She's like, I do have crazy eyes. Yeah, and what? Okay, girl. So like I said, if it's something super disparaging, then I would come to someone's defense, right? And the good head comment is something that the room is just adamantly against. And it turns out Jackie did not know this part of the whole situation.
Jackie said that you guys aren't intimate, and then you said to the boys you are. Is that true or false?
In what way?
You said she gives on the couch with one of the boys.
Oh, yes, you did.
It's a positive thing.
The way that he said it, it wasn't a positive way. It was a joke.
I really don't appreciate you guys drilling down on it because we have an understanding that
As
you
if
guys
you don't understand where we're coming from. How come you haven't told her that you said it?
You shouldn't be talking badly about me behind my back. Like,
definitely.
I do agree with that.
The humour was my fault. I should not have
okay.
said that in that context, yeah.
You should say, I'm the most amazing person in the world. Like, that's what we talked about, right? I think the ranking task is, like, my core value. Like, I value loyalty above all else. I deserve to be the most beautiful woman in the world. Do you think your sister is beautiful? In the room of women here, how would you rank her?
So Jackie has now changed her tone. She's siding with the group, saying that he shouldn't have been saying things like that behind her back. She does say that they did come into this dinner party agreeing to be like an us against them situation. Whatever anybody says, I have your back. You're my partner. We're a united front. Retete. Problem is, she didn't know that he was exposing their sexcapades, which he probably should have let her in on that. Not to say like, oh yeah, and I told everybody you have good head, but like I have insinuated the fact that we are sexual so that she doesn't look stupid being like, no, we're not having sex. No, we're not even heavy petting. That's a lie. So yeah, they should have been on one accord. I mean, in general, this man shouldn't have been saying things like that anyways. And I feel like if he really did have feelings for Jackie, he either wouldn't have said that at all, or he would have went and confessed his transgressions so he could just get ahead of the situation. But of course he didn't do that because he doesn't care. This man does not want to be with Jackie. Jackie does not want to be with him. They want to stay on the TV show for whatever their reasons may be. Like, this relationship is not going anywhere. He's upset now because he's like, we had an agreement and you're going back on the agreement. No, you went back on the agreement by not even letting me in on what I'd be fighting against. If I'm going to be a united front and we're going to click the reset button, I need to know what battle I'm about to fight so I can adequately have your back. I'm not going to have your back if you've been slagging me off to other people and I'm just supposed to smile and wave like I'm unbothered. No, looking like a dodo bird in front of these people, in front of the experts, in front of the world. Hell no. Then she brings up the whole prettiest girl in the world thing again and I'm like, oh my gosh, Jackie. I threw her a bone because, you know, sometimes I feel like you just have to indulge your partner on certain things. But at this point, go home. If you need somebody to validate you this much on this thing and he is not giving that to you and it is clearly so important, go home. Even Paul, was it Paul? I think Paul was like, hold on, that's what you're mad about? Like, that's what you're mad about? You're mad that he doesn't see you as the prettiest girl in the world or the prettiest girl in the room? And then she completely fell off her rocker when she was like, do you think your sister's pretty? Where would you rank your sister? I'm sorry. You want this man to rank, I don't know if I want to say rate or rank, to rank his sister on attractiveness compared to other women he would seemingly be attracted to. That don't sound weird to you, Jackie? That don't sound weird to you, Jackie? Okay. Out of nowhere, Morena decides to chime in the conversation. Mind you, they had fully moved on. They went to Paul and Karina. They were asking how are things going. And obviously things are like perfect between them. And the group is like, nah, there has to be some kind of problem. And they give like some petty little thing. But all in all, like they're having a great time. They're talking to other couples. Morena's like, no, I'm not done with you, Ryan. And she wasn't done with Paul or Tony either.
Ryan? Ryan, I'm not done with him. Excuse me, I'm next in line. I want Ryan. Are you joking? Do not speak about women like that at all.
But talk to us about your relationship. Screaming in the hallway. We just want to know what was going on, that's all.
Screaming where? You're delusional. He's accusing me of being in the hallway screaming, which is actually disrespectful. I'm not done with you, little boy. Anyone here go home every weekend?
Well, maybe ask yourself the right question. Why is Tony going home every weekend?
At times, I think she's very, very loud.
Okay.
No.
Every morning when I bring you a coffee, I bought your kids tickets to fly here.
Yes, you did.
Okay?
You did.
But you keep on talking over me. I just said I'm scared to tell you and talk to you. I do everything I can in little bits and pieces, buy you flowers. You're not happy.
Tony played it smart. He decided to just keep quiet for most of the time that Morena was talking. It's only when he's asked a direct question that he speaks up. And he's like, you're exhausting, okay? You talk too loud. You talk too much. Oftentimes, I'm not a fan of people saying that somebody else is just too much because I feel like you're just enough for the right person. But girl, she does talk too much. She does. And mind you, this is an edited show. I mean, they could be making her seem like she talks more than she really does. But I'm just like, there's more context that we're even missing. So maybe she speaks even more than what we see. My head would explode. My head would explode. So she has an issue with Ryan because you just don't talk to women like that. Yeah, cool. Then she has an issue with Paul. Mind you, she's still upset with Paul for calling her senora instead of senorina. Then she's yelling at Tony being like, you know, I tried so hard and you left me. Does anybody's partner leave them? Well, they probably would leave them if they were acting like you. If their partners were acting like you, they probably would have left as well. But anyways, we find out that Tony really has been trying, which was a shocker to me because it seemed like Tony was completely checked out. And if actually, I was going to say if what he's saying is true, then Morena really looks bad. But what he's saying has to be true because in response to him saying, I buy you flowers, I make you coffee, I bought flight tickets for your kids to come, I do this and that, she agreed. So I'm like, wait a minute, Morena. You act like this and this man still shows up for you and you have the audacity to be yelling at this man, doing all kinds of hoopla, making it so hard for him to even want to be in the same room as you, knowing he's actually trying. Once again, I need to get to the bottom of these rumors. Is the man really married? Was he going through a divorce? Like, what's the deal with this whole thing? Because if that is true, then Morena, you know what? Not that I side with her behavior, but I can understand the frustration. But if that is not true, and Morena is really this unhinged, baby, seek help. Seek help. And also, I don't want to diminish her trauma, right? There's a thought that came into my mind, and I was thinking, this woman who was so fiery, so outspoken, so strong-willed, so stubborn, was silenced in a 29-year marriage. That's a hard thing for me to believe. It is hard for me to believe. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying the thought crossed my mind where I was like, this same Morena had no voice in her 29-year marriage. Really? Okay. As if the night couldn't get any worse, we have Adrian and Athena. These two... Why are you wasting your breath, Athena?
But we did have a few challenges this week.
Like, I'm a mum and I'm a realist and I'm always looking to the future.
This is what she says to me, so I'm sitting there saying, oh, we're not compatible, but in my head I'm thinking we are compatible.
He said, honestly, if things work out between us, I'll just raise her kid like mine, like my own.
No, I didn't say that.
I am a mum, I'm always looking to the future, and sometimes I say things.
Anyway, it's Jeff and Rhea, everyone. It's all good.
Do not close me off like that.
I died when Paul tried to come to Adrian's defense, being like, no, we spoke about this and he told me this and that. And Adrian's like, no, I didn't. He said, don't save me. I don't want to be saved. Don't lie on my behalf. I never said those things. I don't want to be a stepdaddy. I don't. Yo. Crazy. So, Athena is like, upset. Of course, she feels like, number one, he doesn't show up enough. He's selfish in relationships. Now he's being very dismissive to her in the presence of other people as well. Like, goodness sakes, add insult to injury. And I'm thinking, even if the son wasn't a factor, there are so many things that they're misaligned on. What is the point? And I remember at the beginning of the season, I was like, what have they been paired on outside of the fact that they're both twins? Like, at the end of the day, we're twins, we're compatible, we have great sex, we're compatible. No, it's not enough. It is not enough. So yeah, she's like, I'm a mother, I'm this, I'm that. And the experts are like, she's trying to see if he will be a good father figure. See what? What are you looking for? The man does not care to be a father figure to your son. Stop looking. I don't hope, but okay. Hear me out. I want to say I hope that it's because of contracts. Not to say that I hope that the contract is really like constraining her and she feels trapped, but I hope that it's because she doesn't want to break a contractual agreement compared to her feeling like she has to stay and fight for something that's literally dead end, because I feel like so many people do that and you're doing yourself a disservice. You're wasting your own time. You're starting to create insecurities that you didn't even have coming into this relationship. Why are you staying in something that isn't going anywhere? So I would rather it be because of the contract than be because she actually feels like this is worth salvaging. Then Adrian gets up, he moves across the room. I'm like, why is this necessary? Oh, Sierra, girl.
And he detaches.
Julie and I barely spoke. I hung out with Adrian most of the day.
Yeah, but she says that, listen, bro, she says she's getting cookies. Yeah, cleaning and cooking. Dinner party number 2.
Here I was rooting for you, defending you. Come to find out, you, Adrian. Nah, I get it. She's not getting too much loving at home. Billy, come on, you need to step up, or just tell the girl that you don't like her. It's one or the other. But Adrian? Are you for real? And now I'm even more pissed off at Sierra because they're probably going to keep the storyline going on with Adrian and then send Athena home. Because y'all know they love to keep the affair people. They love to do that. I would rather watch Athena. Sierra! Oh, anyway. anyways, we'll see what's the deal with the whole Ciara Adrian issue. They're going to address it at the next commitment ceremony. So definitely intrigued to know what that's about. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.